Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. And today I will be reading about one of the biggest South Indian digital influencer, uh, Madan Gowri. Uh, so he is also available in YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook as Madan Gowri. So do check him out. Uh, so let's get right into the story. Madan Gowri, from MNC employee to one of the biggest digital influencers of South India. Adversity causes some men to break, others to break records. William Arthur Ward. Think back for a moment to a setback you have experienced in your life. Everyone on this planet has had one at some time or the other. But how people react to setbacks differs a lot. Some let it push them into a negative spiral, others make it a stepping stone to something better. This is the story of someone who belongs to the latter category. A few years ago, like many other youngsters, Madan was dealing with relationship problems. In March 2016, he was talking on the phone to his girlfriend, who was hundreds of kilometers away. The conversation went in the wrong direction, and a small problem escalated into a big one. Upset, Madan's girlfriend disconnected the call. Madan tried calling her back, but found she had blocked his number. Seeing a message from her WhatsApp, he opened it eagerly. It was an offensive middle finger emoji. Upset, Madan fell asleep on the sofa. The next morning, he tried messaging his girlfriend on WhatsApp, but she had blocked him. Then he tried messaging her on Facebook, but he was unfriended there too. Desperately, he tried all social networks, both were connected to, but he had been blocked everywhere. Not having any other to contact his girlfriend, Madan created an apology video and posted it on YouTube. Although the girl did not respond, others did. This was the first time Madan had been appreciated for something by the public. While going through breakup depression, Madan discovered YouTube as a platform for self expression and a way to redirect his energy. Gradually, he began posting more videos, but his channel subscribers did not increase. He even went to a temple and prayed for double digit subscribers on his YouTube channel, but for a long time the number did not move beyond 9. Frustrated, he even created another account and subscribed to achieve 10 subscribers. Today, Madan Gauri is one of the biggest digital influencers of South India. As of October 2020, Madan had over 5 million followers on various social media platforms such as YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. He has received numerous awards, including Best Vlogger of the Year from Black Sheep. Apart from producing his own videos, Madan has interviewed many celebrities, including cricketer Harbhajan Singh and author Chetan Bhagat. He has also given a popular TEDx talk and co created India's first animated emoji based Animojis viral song, Monkeys with 5G. But Madan's success did not come overnight. He has had his share of painful days and sleepless nights. This is Madan's story, how an unknown middle class boy became a household name to every Tamilian out there. The beginning. Madan was born in 1993 in Madurai, the cultural capital of Tamil Nadu. His father worked with an NGO and his mother worked as a government employee. So he grew up in a hardworking middle class family. After studying for a few years in Madurai, he gained admission to Sainik School, Am- Amravati Nagar, one of 25 Sainik schools in India. The Sainik school experience broadened Madan's perspective and exposed him to many co curricular activities such as boxing, debating, drumming, hockey, and football. Madan says, I tried multiple things in school, but never got an opportunity to get on the main stage, as I was always rejected in the preliminary rounds. He was not drawn to engineering, but like most middle class kids, he took the exam and was selected. After his engineering degree, Madan worked for some time with Cognizant, a leading IT company. He then did an MBA in India and MS in the US. Madan could have stayed on in the US but chose to return to India. He loves the energy that comes from the chaos and confusion visible in India. In contrast, the US was organized and somewhat boring for him. Madan says, people go to the museums, they live at home. I travel to many countries, they all are like museums. And for me, my country is my home. Back in India, Madan started working with Zoho, one of India's largest software service SaaS companies. He loved his job, but as a side hustle, he focused on building his YouTube channel. He soon found that by setting aside a few hours a day, he could not do justice to his channel. So he promised himself he would quit his job after achieving 1 million subscribers. On 8th September 2018, Madan's channel achieved that number. But it took him a few months to adjust to the idea of leaving his well paying job. Finally, he convinced his parents he would like to try his passion full time. Call it youthful exuberance or naivety, but Madan felt he was making the right choice. And with perseverance, Madan made things work. There was no looking back. There are many valuable lessons to be learned from the evolution of Madan Gowri as a personal brand. A few of them are shared here. Have role models. Usually, when people want to do something in life, they look at their peers, neighbors, friends, and family and define the boundaries of their dreams accordingly. Madan says, if you want to do something new, look at the people who changed the world. He believes that reading about the work of great people whom you have not even met can inspire you to achieve incredible things. Madan wanted to do something different, something that had not been done before by his friends and family members. So he looks to three leaders for inspiration. First is Steve Jobs. Steve had no known family name, no parental wealth, and no fancy college degree. Before co founding Apple, he experimented a lot. He dropped out of college after 6 months and spent the next 18 months in creative classes. In 1974, he took a position as a video game designer. After a few months, he left the company to seek spiritual enlightenment in India. Reviewing this part of Steve Jobs' life, many people would have called him directionless. Later, the same person revolutionized the personal computer industry. After Apple's IPO, he became one of the youngest millionaires in the world. Reviewing this part of Steve's life, many people would have called him lucky. And then, strange but true, he was fired from his own company. But even after all the devastating setbacks, Steve made a spectacular comeback. He created Pixar, which redefined animation movies. 11 years after Steve had been fired, Apple was on the brink of bankruptcy. Steve came back and turned it into the world's most valuable company. Reviewing this part of his life, most people would call him a comeback champion. The second is Swami Vivekananda. When India was still under British rule and the Western world had not recognized the Indian genius in many fields, Swami, Swami Vivekananda brought Hinduism to the world status as a major world religion. In 1893, the World Parliament of Religions was organized in Chicago, USA. Without an invitation, Swami Vivekananda reached America to attend. His speeches shook America and the world. Swami Vivekananda became a star in America. It was a matter of pride for India that one of our own had gone to America and impressed the whole world with his simplicity, genius, and exceptional authority. His achievements filled the people of India with self confidence, positivity, and hope. The third is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. The architect of the Indian Constitution was born in a poor Dalit family. Growing up, he faced segregation because of his caste. He was made to sit apart from his classmates in a corner, nor was he allowed to touch the water tap from which the others drank. His family lived in one room. He would wake up at 2 a.m. to study. As the our household was quiet then, with hard work and determination, he became the first Indian to go abroad to pursue a doctorate in economics. He studied at Columbia University and the London School of Economics. Later, he was India's first law and justice minister and played an essential role in protecting the rights of Dalits in the country. But he will never be forever primarily known as the man who wrote the democratic constitution of India, by which millions of Indians live today. None of the three role models he chose were related to Madan's field of work, but he felt very much connected to all of them. He says, the problems we are facing are nothing compared to what they faced. They had immense self belief. They did not, they did things they wanted to do, and history remembers them for the change they brought. Inspiration from these role models keeps driving Madan to pursue his passion and make an impact. Dare to be different. Steve Jobs changed the way many electronic devices looked and worked. In life and in business, he followed Apple's advertising slogan, Think Different. The slogan has inspired many people to challenge the status quo. Madan is one of them. When Madan arrived on the YouTube scene, there was plenty of English and Hindi content available on YouTube, but nothing much in Tamil. Initially, Madan too shot his videos in English, but some viewers asked him to explain him same topic in Tamil. While accommodating their requests, Madan realized the massive potential of regional content. So he started creating Tamil videos. He also found that most Tamil videos on YouTube were about entertainment and politics, with a little space devoted to information on social issues. So he decided to fill the void. Madan focused on creating well researched and extremely informative videos covering a wide range of topics ranging from current affairs to conspiracy theories, to science to politics to religion. He loves exploring stories from multiple dimensions and shares a different perspective on situations. Once he in on a topic, he researches extensively on the internet. If the subject demands, he also contacts relevant people offline. The premise behind Madan's videos is simple. He condenses the appropriate information and presents the simplified version briefly. At first, Madan created his perspectives on topics based on what had been written by others. But over time, he realized that every author or publication had its own perspective and agenda, which should not influence his thoughts. He also realized that the presentation of history was not grounded in facts, but interpretations of events by authors who were usually influenced by the narrative of the victors. He found he even found that popular literature like the Ramayana has more than 300 versions, of which Ramcharitmanas by Tulsidas Hindi and Kambar Ramayan Tamil are popular with millions. Based on the Ramayana version referred to, people hold different beliefs. For instance, many people worship Ram as a god, hero, and consider Ravan as a villain. But there are places in India where Ravan is considered a hero. Madan says, others' perspective can influence your perspective. And when you get biased, you can offend people who think differently. Hence, he decided to keep his content neutral and unbiased. Though Madan takes logical stances, he refrains from taking political sides. One of the key differences between traditional media and online media is censorship. In internet videos, censorship does not apply. Therefore, on OTT platforms, there is a lot of content with nudity, violence, and offensive language. Most of the content on online platforms cannot be enjoyed by the whole family, which is worrisome. Mother ensures that his content has no vulgarity, no abusive language, nor negative comments about anyone. He wants his content to be suitable for viewing by the whole family. He says, audiences come to my platform for its positivity. His value-based content focus has been has been a good decision. Due to his unconventional, interesting, and informative content, Madan is now widely known in South India. Take baby steps towards changing the world. Swami Vivekanand said, take up one idea, make that one idea your life. Dream of it, think of it, live on that idea. Let the brain and the body, the muscles, nerves, every part of your body be full of that idea. And just leave every other idea alone. This is the way to succeed to success. And this is the way great spiritual giants are produced. In India, people listen to Bollywood stars, politicians, and cricketers. Madan was none of these. But on YouTube, people listened to him. So he felt he too could contribute to changing the world in some small way. When someone is experimenting on an unknown path, he or she needs an encouraging friend or support group to be around. Madan had started creating videos while doing his MBA. He shared a hostel room with another student, a shy person. Madan was uncomfortable about shooting video in his roommate's presence. As a supportive gesture, his friend would leave the room whenever Madan wished to shoot. The videos brought Madan little more than 30-40 views from his friends. But his roommate never discouraged him. He told Madan, when anything starts, it is insignificant. You should keep yourself positive and keep posting videos on YouTube. Due to his academic load of assignments and exams, it was difficult for Madan to focus on video creation. He shared his dilemma with his marketing professor, who listened to him patiently and advised Madan to sleep for just as long as just as long as his body required. Madan understood that one had to sacrifice extra sleep for one's passion. When we die, we can sleep for an indefinite period. Even after putting in great effort, Madan's video did not gain traction on YouTube. Then something happened that changed Madan's focus and his channel's traction. On June 24, 2016, Swati, a 24-year-old Infosys employee, was murdered at the Nungambakkam railway station in Chennai. Hearing about a young girl being murdered in broad daylight and unable to do anything about it made Madan restless. He chose to put out an emotional video on YouTube. Within 24 hours, the video received 50,000 plus views. Seeing the response, Madan began creating well researched and extremely informative content on social issues, from menst- uh, menstruation to prostitution. He covered many topics in his unique style. Madan also seeks to grow social awareness about topics people shy away from discussing. For instance, in June 2020, P. Jayaraj and his son J. Benix died of alleged custodial torture in Satharkulam town near Thoothukudi in Tamil Nadu. A police investigation found severe injuries to their private parts. Madan expressed his thoughts through his YouTube channel and created awareness about the incident. In September 2020, Jyotishri Durga, a 19-year-old medical aspirant, committed suicide. She was found hanging in her residence. She had left a suicide note saying she was apprehensive about the NEET exam, though others had high hopes for her. Madan covered the incident and the issues around it. As a country, India is welcoming of advanced technology, but when it comes to caste and religion, our society is still conservative and divided. To highlight this contrast, Madan collaborated with Tamil rapper Arivu. The duo developed the concept into a song and created a video titled Monkeys with 5G. The song featured Arivu and Madan in animated form, taking jibs at people who think progressively but retain discrimination in their minds. It was the first Indian song to be shot entirely with the animated emojis feature on the iPhone. The video went viral within a few days of its launch. Madan says, "We presented the song in a sarcastic and fun manner to trigger youngsters to talk about the issue and move casteism away from the society." Along the same lines, Madan has created a lot of content to inform and awaken people around various other social issues. Continuously learn and improve yourself. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar said, "Cultivation of mind should be the ultimate aim of human existence." Since childhood, Madan has been curious to know the why and how behind major events. He also loved simplifying complex topics by understanding them deeply. This curiosity and passion helped him in this entrepreneurial journey. Madan says, "Every day there is a new competition as millions of digital creators are entering the field. They are energetic, creative, and hungry. The only way to stay relevant is to keep learning new things and unlearning the old things. Great content is created as a result of passion plus expertise. To develop his expertise in any topic he covers, Madan does a lot of homework. He reads and absorbs every single source he can find on the topic. Once the research is done, the content has to be presented in the form of an engaging story. For every video, he puts in a lot of preparation. Then he single handedly produces his content, including shooting, editing, etc. When he started, he was not proficient in all the tools and technologies, but he spent a lot of time learning these things. He also reviews his audience's comments to understand what they are looking for. Often, he gets great topic ideas from his audience. The creative field does not merely demand preparation on the subject and the technical tools, it also requires deep learning on the emotional front. Sometimes, YouTubers see they have got just 50 views on a video and think they are no good and stop trying. On the other hand, when videos are watched by thousands, they believe they have made it and get into a comfort zone. Earlier on, Madan would think a great deal about the number of views, but later he realized that as an artist, One could not allow one's commitment to go up and down based on the audience size. Creator commitment has to remain strong and consistent. Dislikes and negative comments are a significant part of the world of online videos. Earlier, Madan would get upset with dislikes and negative comments on his videos. Then he realized that in creative fields, ideas are appreciated by many, but also rejected by many. He has learned that one should never enter a situation expecting a perfect result. He continuously learns from his audience feedback as well as YouTube analytics, trying to improve himself. He says dislikes should not destroy you, they should motivate you to improve. The good part about dislikes is that they keep you on your toes. They make sure that you don't float in a cloud. Memes are extensively used by teenagers to communicate in the digital world. People use memes to express emotions on platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat. Many times, people created funny and sarcastic memes on Madan. At first, he was offended, but over time, he learned that memes are good for marketing. They help a person become more popular. Madan explains, as an entrepreneur, you sometimes have a fantastic day and sometimes you face adverse situations. You have to be calm even in the highest highs and the lowest lows. Don't get excited when things are going great and don't get disheartened when things are going crap. If today is bad, tomorrow can be great and vice versa. Always keep an eye on your long term goal. Don't compromise on your values. Advertisers go where the audience goes. In earlier times, the audience was on traditional channels such as television, movie, movie screens, radio, magazines, and newspapers. So advertisers were there. Now the audience is moving towards digital media. So advertisers are also moving towards digital properties. Most movie actors and online influencers do advertisement to supplement their income. Some believe it is a quick and easy money. But unlike stars in North India, Tamil stars are conservative about brand endorsements. For instance, Amitabh Bachchan, Akshay Kumar, and the Khans of Bollywood have endorsed numerous brands, but Rajinikanth has never lent his name to any brand endorsement. Kamal Hassan endorsed a brand for the first time recently to support a good cause. He donated the fee he received from the endorsement towards the welfare of HIV infected kids. Being a popular personal brand in on the online world, especially in Tamil Nadu, Madan gets many offers for brand endorsements. Madan says, values help you establish your sense of purpose and direction for your personal brand. Like Tamil superstars, Madan too has chosen to be careful and conservative about brand endorsements. His philosophy is to give others what you will consume yourself, be it content or a branded product. If he is ethically against a particular concept, he does not endorse that brand. For instance, an online gaming company approached Madan with a lucrative offer, but he was not comfortable with the concept of gambling and thought parents would not be pleased with their children putting money into gambling. So he let go the opportunity. He is active in the stock market and selectively talks about demat and stock trading brands such as Grow. He consumes content on Hotstar and has done ads for the brand. Even even when he has not personally used the brand, he supports it only if he feels it is doing the right thing. For instance, Madan is a big believer in online education. Though he has not used Upgrad, he has advertised it. Madan says one may feel compelled to take some of the first offers that come from brands, but one should wait. The more you focus on monetization, the more you may lose focus on your audience. Audiences come to Madan's channel because they trust him to be unbiased in his views. He says, there is a relationship between me and my audience, and I value the affection they have given me. In the short term, they might consider my advice on same brand, but if they don't find it authentic, they will ignore my thoughts in the long term. He believes that if one has influence, one should not use it to influence people in the wrong way. Okay, so this was the story of Madan Gowri. Uh, so it has so many. Okay, so this was the story of Madan Gowri, the one of the most famous digital creator of South India, and the story was quite interesting. So again, the conclusion and some perspectives of Madan Gowri are mentioned in the book, and I would recommend you to purchase this book and read it yourself, and you will really enjoy it. I know that. So thank you for watching and listening. We'll see you in the next one.